the bowl game named after a pirate is moving to a pirate ship. No, seriously. In an only-in-college football type of move, former ESPN reporter Brett McMurphy is reporting that the Bad Boy Mowers Gasparilla Bowl is moving from St. Petersburg's Tropicana Field, home of MLB's Rays, to Tampa's Raymond James Stadium, home of the NFL's Bucks. Sources: after 10 years, Bad Boy Mowers Gasparilla Bowl is leaving St. Pete's Tropicana Field for Tampa's Raymond James Stadium. https://t.co/rxo. Brett McMurphy @Brett McMurphy, May 23, 2018. The move is being framed as being a way to boost attendance for the game after several years of lackluster crowds at the rather remote baseball stadium in the Tampa area. Raymond James is no stranger to hosting bowl games, serving as the home of the Outback Bowl as well as hosting the national title game in 2017 between Clemson and Alabama. The Gasparilla Bowl is owned and operated by ESPN and will pit teams from the American against a squad from either the ACC or Conference USA on December 20th. Darren Kirkland's injury-plagued time on Rocky Top has come to an end. On his personal Twitter account Thursday evening, Kirkland announced that he has decided to transfer out of first-year head coach Jeremy Pruitt's Tennessee football program. The linebacker gave no specific reason for his decision to move on from the Volunteers. "Tennessee will always hold a special place in my heart," Kirkland wrote. "These moments have been priceless and I'm a better player and man from this experience." As a graduate transfer, Kirkland would be eligible to play for another FBS program in 2018. Not only that, but he will have 2 seasons of eligibility remaining counting this year. A 4-star 2015 signee, Kirkland started 10 games as a true freshman and then another 6 in a sophomore campaign marred by a high ankle sprain that forced him to miss 4 games. In summer camp last year, he suffered a knee injury severe enough to sideline him for the entire 2017 season. Rehab from that injury kept Kirkland from being a full participant in Pruitt's first spring practice this year. Seth Littrell has done a great job turning around the program at North Texas, but fans getting a look at the 2018 edition of his team will notice something right away that's different when they take the field for the home opener: new turf. The Denton Record Chronicle reports that UNT is ponying up $625,245 for the latest field turf cool play turf at Apogee Stadium. "We are excited about the turf," Littrell said recently, according to the paper. "It was much needed. That turf has been used a lot and has gotten worn down. The new field will improve safety and will be a great resource for our kids." The old turf had a good run at the stadium after being installed back in 2011, but obviously the summer heat and 300-pound bodies playing football will cause a little wear and tear. The Record Chronicle says that North Texas and Mean Green will be the end zone's text, while the midfield school logo will include a dark green outline of the state of Texas. Completion of the project is expected to be done well in time for the first game against SMU in September. The school has released some shots of Apogee Stadium without the old turf, and it certainly looks kind of wild to see a stadium sans a playing field. Conference realignment ended a bunch of big rivalries, from the major Texas A. Former Big 8 and Big 12 rivals Kansas State and Nebraska were somewhere on the middle of that scale after playing each other in football for decades. While nobody is clamoring for the two to get together quite like they're the Longhorns and Aggies, there's plenty who would still love to see them schedule a non-conference series given how close Lincoln and the Little Apple are to each other, 135 miles across the border. Wildcats athletic director Gene Taylor has been in the job just over a year, and it seems like he's very aware of the scheduling situation between the two schools and is open to getting something done eventually. He was asked about adding the Cornhuskers to the slate in AQ. We are pretty well scheduled out in football with our one Power 5 opponent, but we do play them in baseball and have had conversations in men's basketball. If the opportunity were to arise, they are someone we would certainly entertain if it made sense for us. KSU is fully booked on the scheduling front through 2022 but have been open to adding home and homes with former Big 12 opponents, with Missouri on tap for 2022-23 and Colorado on 2027-28. They've got a Power 5 opponent on the docket until 2031, so it seems like the team wouldn't be able to get something done with Nebraska until after then. That is, to say the least, a long ways away. Who knows, maybe they'll be able to meet in a bowl game at some point over the next few years. The Cornhuskers and Wildcats last met in 2010 in a series that is heavily weighted to Big Red. At least Taylor is leaving the door open and leaving a chance of the two programs hooking back up on the gridiron. We discussed the release of Academic Progress Rate (APR) data from the NCAA on Thursday and some of the bonuses that college football coaches received for their team's performance in the classroom. Well, those coaches should have had Arizona State Athletic Director Ray Anderson as their agent, because his APR-related bonus puts all others to shame. For the Arizona Republic, Anderson, a former agent, it should be noted, is getting a whopping $348,310 in bonus money as the result of the Sun Devils' latest APR score. Here's how the paper breaks it down. Under terms of a new contract signed last fall that pays $800,000 in base salary, Anderson will receive $348,310 in academic bonuses. That breaks down to $136,000 for football's 975 out of 1,000 APR score, $120,000 for ASU's overall APR score, and $92,310 for 6 teams receiving public recognition awards for an APR in the top 10% nationally. $350,000. For comparison's sake, USA Today notes that Florida State AD Stan Wilcox picked up $17,000 in APR bonuses. That bonus for Anderson was nearly as much as New Mexico State's Doug Martin was paid in total salary. No matter what you think about the whole thing of college athletes or the NCAA system at large, it seems pretty clear by some of the figures in coaches and athletic directors' salaries that there is plenty of money to go around.